Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I was kind of thinking, I don't know if this would be interesting, but I was thinking about times during my anorexia and what I wanted to maybe share. And anytime I tell you guys stories about anorexia or that time, I do not mean to trigger anyone. This is not promoting anyone. I'm not trying to help you guys be anorexic or inspire you to be anorexic. I am trying to do the opposite. And I'm sorry if it's not working or if, it doesn't help. But I do share my history. I do share pictures of that time because it is part of my history. And I do want people to see that, like, I was anorexic and I got better. I recovered. I could do it. You could do it, sort of thing. But I wanted to share, like, a story, sort of, I guess, and this is kind of like passing out or feeling really weak. And I have two main stories about that, and I never really like passed out. Like, I've heard people pass out for like 15 minutes or like, a pretty long time during anorexia, maybe like 5 minutes. But there was a time when I think I passed out, I'm not sure. It was kind of confusing, and I still don't know to this day because I never passed out before, so how am I supposed to know how it is like? But there was a time when there's two times, and one was, we were at our family's house, and we were living there, and they have a small house, and we got sick. We all got kind of sick by turns, if that makes sense. So it was like my sister got sick, and then she got better, and then my grandma got sick, and then she got better, and then I got sick. And we were also supposed to leave back to Russia at that time, because we were at their place, and which is close to Russia. It's close to Romania. They live in Moldova. So we were there, and we were supposed to go to Russia like in a few days by plane. And I got sick. And when I got sick, like, I knew that, like, I ate a lot of fruit at the time, and like I was already starting to restrict a lot. I had my portions. Like, I also did already things that anorexics do, like I wouldn't eat something, but I would put crumbs on the table that make it seem like I ate bread or something. I already did all those little things. And so I was restricting pretty hard at that time, because when I just came to Moldova, I wasn't that restrictive. I just ate like a lot of fruit and stuff. But throughout the time, like, I got more and more restrictive. And so I was very restrictive, and and I got sick. And that was a perfect excuse for me not to eat. So I was kind of like, oh, well, I could just not eat because, like, I'm sick, when you're sick, you don't feel like eating. And so I would pretend to just sleep all the time. Like, even though I didn't feel like sleeping all the time. Like, I was sick, but, like, I just kept, like, sleeping and, like, forcing myself to sleep because, like, I didn't want to eat or stuff. I was laying down all day. So I was like, well, I'm not, like, using energy. So, like, all these thoughts. And then, so we had, like, little, like, I don't know, if you're Russian, but, like, I will show, like, a picture, but there's, like, these little, like, they're kind of like crackers. They're circle-ish, and they're kind of like dry bread, maybe. And they're really good and stuff, but that's kind of, when we were sick, my mom would, we would buy those little circle crackers, and we would get, like, tea with sugar or, like, honey, and drink that with the little crackers, because they're really light, and, like, if you throw up, then it won't be like, disgusting. Like, if you eat something like, for example, like marinara sauce or like pizza, then if you throw up, it's not gonna be like, it's gonna be like, ugh, disgusting. So we would have that all the time, and I knew that that's probably what I was gonna have when I was sick. So I counted the calories of them, so I knew that how much calories it had and stuff. But I was still afraid to eat them because I was kind of like, oh, carbs, I don't want to eat carbs during the night. I don't want to eat carbs now. Like, I don't want to have too many carbs. And so, like, I would take, like, I think I probably had like 5 of them, 5 little ones in a day, because my mom wanted me to have, like, more, obviously, but I would pretend to have more and, just do all these little things, like throw them away or something. You know what I mean, if you did the same. And so I would eat very, very little, and I was very weak, very weak. So I probably didn't eat anything. I probably had like 200 calories in a day while I was sick, and that's really low. And so one day I got up to go to the bathroom, and when I was walking, I kind of just like kind of closed my eyes and just kind of fell, and everything was black, but it was for like a second. Like, it was so like fast, and I just collapsed, and I don't know if that's like passing out or what, but I think it kind of was for like a little while. And they were in the kitchen, and so there was like a hallway like this, and I was in the room here. Well, hallway, room is here, and then they're like right here, connected to the hallway is the kitchen, and the door's open. So when I was walking through the room, I was like right here, and I fell like right at the door place, and they saw me, and they're like, oh, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, I just tripped, or like, I didn't even know what happened. Like, I was just like, what just happened? I have no idea. And so I think, like, when I go back and look at it, that was probably the like closest thing I got to passing out. And I think it was like a pass out for like a second, because I was so weak, and I got really scared at that point, and I was like, oh, I need to eat a little bit more. And I did eat a little bit more, but I was kind of like, I kind of brushed it off. I was like, it's not a big deal. Then a couple days later, we went to the airport. Like I said, we were going to Russia, and we were sitting there, and we were like, at the airport, like, you run around like crazy, and you don't have a lot of time to eat, and usually you would eat on the plane. But I was already vegetarian, so a lot of foods like there I wouldn't eat, especially with meat, and I didn't know that you could actually order a vegetarian meal. So I had things like crackers if they had it and stuff. But at that point, I was really getting into my anorexia, like more and more, really fast actually. And at that point, I was kind of like already not eating anything on the plane. And we were, oh, that scared me. And we were running around the airport like crazy. We were like all over the place, running around. You know how airports are. My cat's tail, sorry. He's so cute. He's so cute. Do you remember that time? This guy is from Russia. We took him all the way from Russia on plane, and now he's here with me. So he's from Russia. He remembers the time of my anorexia. He was there. He was there. My baby. My baby. Okay, sorry. But anyways. Sorry for his tail. He has a short tail, that's what people say. I'm just like, he doesn't. He's a cute tail. Anyways, so we were at the airport, and we were running around, and then like we sat down on the bench, and we were waiting for like our plane, I guess. And when we were sitting, like, I got up, and I just kind of collapsed in front of my whole family and a bunch of other people that were waiting for the plane there with me, and that was really embarrassing actually. But my mom was like, oh, you need to eat more, like, you need to eat, because like you're literally just like, so I guess it was from the, like, I think it was from the food, because I wasn't eating anything, and I was kind of so weak that I didn't trip, like, it wasn't like a trip, sometimes you go on your trip. It wasn't a trip. I just kind of like, I got up, and then like I was walking, and I just kind of like fell, and then like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I don't know if this is normal. Like, I usually don't do this, okay, like, at all, ever. I have never, ever felt like that, like, out of nowhere, like, by not like, I fell, like, by tripping, or, like, somebody pushed me, for example, or, like, other things, but, like, I never felt, like, just by standing up like that, like, twice, at a very close time as well. And the first time, like, I believe, like, I blacked out, like, I passed out for, like, a second. I don't know if that's even possible, but I don't know, like, it had never happened to me, so I don't know, and I don't know if that's normal. But anyways, yeah, those are my two stories. Comment down below if that's normal, or is that counts as passing out? Like, I don't know. I think it does. I was really, really restrictive at the time, so I was weak for sure. So yeah, I fell another time as well during my anorexia, but I don't think it was because of the eating, it was because I tripped. And it was an embarrassing story. So comment down below if you want me to tell some more stories, like actual story times. I have a lot of stories, so that might be interesting. Comment down below if you want story times on my channel. So yeah, but I actually might film story time after this one. We'll see. Bye.